Hey, good afternoon, Boston. Taking a little stroll. My kids are sitting in Ben Yehuda, waiting to eat something. I figured I'll take a little walk. It's been an epic 24 hours. Over the last 24 hours, first of all, last night we did something crazy that we probably never do. Being a tourist in Israel, we drove all the way to Beersheba for the day to go. My kids wanted to be at an Israeli concert of Ishai Riboy, one of the most remarkable Jewish singers. Beautiful voice, but a big heart and amazing songs. And he does 3 concerts a year in Elul. They're called the Elul concerts. In the time as we prepare for Rosh Hashanah and Yom Kippur, one of them is going to be in Madison Square Gardens. One of them was in Caesarea, and one was in Beersheba. And we got tickets and we drove. Came home at 1 o'clock, but it was worth every minute. And the way back, we went through Kvish 60. Anyone that knows Kvish 60, Kvish 60 from Beersheba takes you like on a beeline, curvy single highway roads, but a beeline from Beersheba to Yerushalayim. The thing is that Kvish 60 goes to Hebron, Kiryat Arba, Gush Etzion, a lot of areas, especially near Hebron, Kiryat Arba, where unfortunately just 3 days ago, there was a shooting that killed a woman, a Jewish woman, and injured another one, and there was also lots of stone shootings and stone rock throwing that happened there constantly. But we did it. It was 12 o'clock at night. It wasn't like it wasn't jittery, but we drove the way through. It's remarkable to see, to get a feel of what it means to live in the land and the way you feel every day as you live your life. I was going to stop in the Kiryat Arba to the Martin Chapel at night. My kid said, "Dad, don't do it." But then today we went with a dear friend we met last year. His name is Boaz, and Boaz lives near Shiloh in Shomron, in Samaria, a remarkable place in Mateh Binyamin. And he's an awesome human being with a big heart who loves the land of Israel in such a great way. He loves it from the depth. He loves the touch. He loves the feel. He loves everything about it. And Boaz took us on Traktorim. It's jeeps that we drive and he drives. And we went for a 3-hour drive. Up mountains, down mountains, through rocks, in Shomron, all the way down to almost Midbar HaYarden. You could see Jordan. You already got a text that you were in Jordan. You could see the desert, mountains. You could see all the villages that go from Jericho all the way down to Bikas HaYarden, all the Jewish settlements of people who love the land of Israel and settle it. It was really remarkable. And then at the end, we literally drove down like we were so near a cliff. And then he took us to this remarkable well in the middle of all the stones, where there was a little cold place in a cave, and then it flowed over into a pool, which was almost like an infinity pool, overlooking all the mountains. And right next to it, you saw a pomegranate tree from the little well, and you saw an olive trees, and you saw aravot, willows that we use. It was just remarkable to see this man and his love for Israel, and to meet the Jewish shepherds there who just know the land and feel the land. You think about, King David was a shepherd, Abraham, all of our forefathers. This is what they did, and to see these people, it just moves you. And it reminded me about the opening of this week's Torah portion. Ki tavo el haaretz, God says, when you come to the land, Asher Hashem Elokecha noten lach, when you come to the land that God gives you, v'yirishta v'yishafta ba, and you inherit it and you settle in it. And the rabbis say that there's a big argument. Were the Jews responsible for the Bikurim, for the gratitude gift they had to bring to Jerusalem right when they settled their land? Or did they have to wait till all the Jews conquered and settled the land? For example, if you were in a part of the land that was settled in year 1 and you settled, do you have to come to Jerusalem, or do you wait till everyone's settled? And there's an argument. And some opinions say they waited till everyone's settled, and other opinions says they brought right away. And the Rebbe talks about this at length, but in a certain sense, this is the difference between the Jews in the diaspora and the Jews in Israel. The Jews in Israel are the first ones there. Israel is our homeland for everyone. But these Jews, they watch it for us, they protect it for us, they nurture it for us. We live far away. We come for 2 weeks a year, for 3 years a year, 3 weeks a year, a month a year. You have family here. You love it, you support it, you send money. But these people give their life, their blood, their sacrifice to live in this land. And to me, that's the difference. Ultimately, it's all of our land, and ultimately we all love it. But we need to be able to respect and appreciate the sacrifice that these people make. And that's what the Torah tells, Ki tavo al haaretz, when you come to the land. Yeshafta haaretz Shabbos LaHashem. Yes, some people settle right away. They go through fights, they go through struggles, and they live the land. One guy was showing us, he wanted the Jews to have a presence down to the Jordan Valley, and he has sheep that he grazes and vineyards that he plants. So as much as you could live in a place, when you have sheep, they graze for so long, and it protects the land for the Jewish people. This is the land that Abraham, Sarah, Rebecca, Isaac, Rachel, Leah, Jacob lived on, the air they breathed, the stuff that they lived with. When you look at this week's Torah portion, you read about Mount Abel, Har Abel, Har Evarim, the mountains where the Jewish people stood on both mountains. The Kohanim, the Levites were in the middle, and they gave the blessing and the curses. This is where it is. This is the place that we live, that we imagine, and to be here is just so amazing. May God bless all these people. We're leaving tomorrow night, but every day is a miracle, every day is a blessing, every day is loved and beautiful. We love you all the way back to Boston, and we look forward to seeing you.